Sean Sewell, Engearment.com podcast. This is a recap episode, as the last one just was, catching you up on outdoor retailer, what's new with Patagonia, Arcteryx, Pavel, and Pavel. So let's jump into this quick, probably 15-minute episode and get you stoked on what the Engearment team and myself is excited about right now. So, outdoor retailer. It's been almost 2 years since the last outdoor retailer show. And it's been 2 full years plus since the last summer outdoor retailer show. And our expectations were none. We were just really curious on what would the show would entail, would it even happen, who would be there, and more than anything, we're just excited to get back to seeing companies in person and seeing what they're up to and seeing our friends in the business and sharing their excitement about gear. So this outdoor retailer was smaller than anyone I've been to, for a lot of reasons. One, there's the number one concern, health and safety, right? There's a lot of things going on right now. People didn't know if we can even do an in-person event, what it would look like, could we shake hands, what was the distancing like, how many people could be in a room, like there's a lot of variables. 2, also during this last year and a half of unique events, a lot of companies have learned to effectively present online, which is great, and it saves a lot of money, and to pay for travel and accommodations and renting a booth, but it does lack the tactile and the in-person stoke of seeing people and gear in person. So there's a give and a take for sure. And then also, I think people realize that they can go around the outdoor retailer show and do their own meetings, which we went to a lot of those as well. So I'll try and start you at day 1, actually day -1 before outdoor retailer even started. We went to an event at 10 Barrel Brewing, hosted by Purple Orange PR. And at that event was a lot of brands we work with, Biolite, Sea to Summit, Ibex. We'll have some reviews on Ibex stuff coming up here soon. Peak Designs. We got to meet the owner, the founder of Peak Designs, and go through gear with him. That was awesome, because we love Peak Design stuff. And Smithwick socks, Jack Wolfskin, Nathan Running Gear, and probably like 5 or 6 more companies I'm forgetting off the top of my head. So it was a really cool mixture of companies, the owners of those companies, showing off what's new, what's current, what they're excited about, and having some beers and pizza with them. It was a pleasure. It was really a lot of fun. The next day was day 1 of Outdoor Retailer, and we took it nice and slow. Usually we do like 110 meetings in 3 days. I think we did 25 or 30 meetings at the actual show. We probably did another 20 outside the show. So, half of what we usually would. And the show was smaller, probably 20 or 30% as big as it usually is. But again, given the variables and the craziness going on, it was impressive to even be able to pull it off in the first place. Now, there was no big vendors or companies like Patagonia, no North Face, no Fjallraven, the majority of the big ones were not there. However, and I'll get to this in a few minutes, we still worked with them outside the show, and I'll fill you in on what's new with those guys. But at the show, it gave an opportunity for a lot of smaller companies that would not get the traffic that they usually would. They would usually be on the lower level or the venture out or something like this. Now they get to be up front and center, literally, at the show. So I'm excited for them to get more exposure, which was nice. That night, we had another event, this one hosted by Echoes. Matt, great job hosting that event. And it's at my friend Mike Art's building. Now, Mike Art's owns Battery 621, works with Warren Miller, professional videographer and photographer, works with like Audi and a bunch of big companies. And I actually met Mike at Jones Pass at Sean's Run. He took those photographs behind me. If you're watching the video, this will make a lot more sense. For you who are listening to this, basically, I met Mike Arts backcountry skiing. We ate some elk sausage that he had hunted himself, and he took some photographs. I didn't realize who he was at the time. And professional photographer, he sent over some photographs that night, and they are legit. They're framed. They're behind me. They're basically him, my friend Dave, the co-founder of Engearment, and myself skiing and splitboarding at Jones Pass on Sean's Run. I mean, so perfect, right? Back to Battery 621. It's Mike's building. Did a great job hosting this event. There was Adidas, Hoka, Deckers, Uswe, and Lifson. A lot of brands on Mammut was there. A lot of cool brands on a rooftop. And again, having some beers, hanging out with the owners of the companies and seeing what they're excited about and what they're creating. And just, it's a nice social situation. And here's a funny observation, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this. We're all pretty socially messed up, right? The last year and a half hasn't done as much in the way of favors as far as socializing. I feel myself, I'm being completely honest here, gauche and awkward. Now, I'm already introverted, but I really enjoy people one-on-one. And even going into these events, everybody's awkward. So it's kind of fun and kind of humbling, and also kind of, I don't know, empathizing to see everybody else kind of socially awkward too. We're all doing the best we can, and through repetitions of doing these in meetings and socializing events, not just the outdoor retailer, but in general, I think we're all going to get better, right? And also more appreciative of each other's company. So we had a lot of fun at the events, and we're all just dorks, geeking out over gear, having a couple beers, and swapping stories. It was a lot of fun. At the Outdoor Retailer Show, we shot some videos. Usually we shoot a lot of videos. This time I think we only shot like 10 videos. So I'll try and go through them. QuiteKat. QuiteKat is an e-bike, electric bike, mountain bike specifically, company out of Eagle, Colorado, which is local to us here in Colorado, about 2 hours away from Denver. They're really burly, beefy, several $1,000s e-bikes made for bow hunters and people who want to get off grid and go far back. So we'll be working with them here moving forward. Really excited about that. And then Van Do It. Overland company. They make, crazy van conversions. They had a bunch of Dometic and solar panels on their stuff. We have a cool video going through one of their vans with the owner as well. Klymit, Klymit with a K. They make sleeping pads, sleeping bags, tents, pretty unique designs too. So we have a nice interview with them. Oh, I need to follow up with them and get some gear to review. We're doing a backpacking trip in 2 weeks, and they'd be good to work with for that. Dometic. Man, I love Dometic. Met with my contact there, Kevin. He's just awesome to work with. It's probably my favorite interview of the whole show. So if you're going to watch any of them, I would watch the Dometic. We have a good time. They have a new Dometic Go line, which is like, I put it like in the level of like Snow Peak or really high caliber portable camping gear that's got just really nice touches to it. And then of course we go over, they have a new sink. They have a portable sink. It actually, we'll just watch the video. Kevin does a better job explaining than I am, but it's really flipping cool. Princeton Tech, which I didn't know, Made in America headlamps and flashlights. Really cool stuff. Costa Del Mar. Come on. We love Costa. Well, actually, I think I just heard my dogs bark a minute ago. Probably got delivery from Costa. We have a cool interview with them. I didn't know this, but their 580 glass lenses are scratch proof. So our contact there literally gets her keys out of her purse and scratches the lenses, or tries to. They don't scratch. That's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna be testing out the new Untangled, which is takes fishing nets from the sea, turns into a plastic, makes the frames for the sunglasses, and it's not new because Costa did this. We had a meeting with them 3 years ago about this. But there's a new technology to it, so they can actually have curved lenses. So we have, I think it's 8-point lenses. I'll put the specs below. Smarter people than me are talking about this, and let them talk about it. But in that interview, you can learn more about those sunglasses, and then, of course, in 2 or 3 weeks, I'll have my review up on those shades. All right. So Outdoor Retailer was a success in a lot of regards. Smaller, yes. Less companies, sure. But it wasn't... I hope it's not the last one they do. It was just really encouraging and nice to see people in person and get excited, and see our contacts and our people we care about in the industry. I hope it doesn't go away. It was very nice. And then outside of Outdoor Retailer, some of the companies that weren't there, Arcteryx and Patagonia, come to mind because I have my cheat sheet right here, reached out to work with us. Oh, and Outdoor Research as well. Last Friday was a fun day. We were going through our content and reviews and everything, and I got emails from Patagonia. Corey Simpson, the man over at Patagonia, sent over a 212-page catalog for spring 2022, and like 9 videos showcasing each department's new offerings. It's great stuff. They do a great job, Patagonia. So they're going to be working with the fishing nets as well. And I believe they call it, what do they call it? I have my notes here. Oh, Net something. Net Plus. There it is, Net Plus. That's a fun name. So you're taking the fishing nets and turning it into rain jackets and rain pants and bibs and hats and all kinds of gear. I believe the Black Hole series of duffel bags and backpacks as well. So last I saw, they're going to send over the Micro Puff Storm. Pretty cool. The Granite Crest waterproof breathable jacket and a Black Hole MLC. That doesn't exist yet. Neither does the jacket I just mentioned, but it will. So I have those in here in the headquarters to test out. Arcteryx reached out as well, same day. And pretty excited to work with Arcteryx again. So they sent over the Beta AR, which is a Gore-Tex Pro Shell jacket with the new Gore-Tex Pro Shell membrane, which we worked with Gore-Tex about 10 months ago to cover the new 3 different Gore-Tex Pro Shells. So it's a really sweet jacket. And then what else? They sent over, I've got a lot of notes, but they all suck. I'm bad at writing. Trino SL, which is a soft shell jacket for like trail runners, but it's fantastic for hikers, mountain bikers, and my favorite use, backcountry skiing and splitboarding. That's right. Windproof. It's the Infinium from Gore-Tex layer. And yeah, I had the review shot today. That's why my voice is so raspy. I was shooting videos in high winds, and I shot like 30 takes to get one video, which is not uncommon because I mess up stats and facts all the time. And it's hard to talk through wind. So forgive me for having a raspy voice, and I'll make this quick. All right, so Patagonia reached out. Corey Simpson over there. A lot of fun stuff coming up from them. Arcteryx, like I mentioned. And there's a fleece too. Arcteryx Kyanite LT. It's a fleece. I'm not the most amazed by that, but the Beta AR, super sweet. The coolest collar I've ever used. And if you know the Beta AR, you know what I'm talking about. If not, you'll find out next week when I do a video for it. And then Costa Del Mar, Patagonia, Arcteryx, Peak Designs is going to send over some new backpacks that aren't out yet, but they'll be out in November. I think we're catching everything up. Lander, oh yeah, Lander sent over the Traveler 35-liter backpack. We did the video review on that. Peak Designs Tech Pouch, we had the review on that as well. Been using that for about, 10 months now. And this is funny. When I was meeting with Peak Designs at the pre-OR show, I bust out my phone. They're like, how the heck do you have that? And it's this. It's the prototype Peak Designs mobile case. So we will have that up. So I should have done that, 11 months ago. I've had this for 11 months. So I'll have that up here soon. Oh, and then Pavel. I don't mean to keep dropping Pavel's name, but it keeps beautifully coming into my life. Got an email last week from Pavel Tatsulin with Pavel Machek in regards to Strong Endurance. And I keep recommending the Strong Endurance seminar from Strong First. It is my favorite course they offer, or seminar they offer. And I use it all the time in my training for myself and my students. And so corresponding back with the Pavels, and it looks like I'll have Pavel Machek on the Engearment podcast here in the next few weeks. So really excited to have Pavel on. I've enjoyed his conversation with Dr. Craig Marker on the Strong First podcast, as well as with Chris Abbott and Mike Krakowski on the Breakthrough Secrets podcast. He's a wealth of information. You guys are going to love learning from him. He's got a beautiful accent, and he speaks better English than I do. And it's going to be a great conversation. So looking forward to that. And always honored to work with Pavel and help out in any way with Strong First. And I believe that catches you up on reviews. Oh, no, there's a couple more reviews. Just kidding. Sea to Summit. So we met with them at the pre-OR show, and I've been using their Aeros down pillow for quite a while. It's a backpacking pillow. It's super small. It's like the size of 2 or 3 phones put together, and it's very comfortable. It's got, I think, 700, 800 fill down in it, as well as you can press it or you blow it up with your own breath. 2 breaths and you're filled up. Great stuff. Definitely good for backpacking. For car camping and van life, and maybe some light backpacking, my favorite is a Thermorest compressible pillow. I've actually been using these for a couple of years now, and I've been meaning to do a review, and I finally did it 2 weeks ago. It's made in America. It's a legit, I'd say, full-size pillow. Probably not as big as your king-size pillow or whatever you have at home, but for camping, it's a full-size pillow. Very comfortable. Recycled fabrics, made in America. Love it. Lander backpack mentioned. Oh yeah, Dometic. Peter McKinnon. If you know Peter McKinnon, he's an awesome photographer, videographer, content creator, just super entertaining. Great YouTube channel. He helped design a backpack with Dometic backpack company, and I've been using it since I believe November or December of last year. So I did a 8-month long-term review of how I used it. I don't use it every day, but on days where I do go farther back and I carry more equipment, I use that backpack. I carry my G9 with the Leica lenses and the big microphones and all that stuff. But when I'm not using that backpack, I do carry my little Sony ZV-1 set up here everywhere I go, because it's a great little camera. But yeah, the Peter McKinnon Dometic backpack long-term review. Ibex, we're doing a lot of work with Ibex. I forgot to mention that. They did go out of business a couple years ago. They're resurrected, better than ever. I have one of their merino wool and tencel shirts. It's fantastic. Andrew Pietrowski has a few of them as well. He'll have a review up on the 24-hour crew shirt next week. Rex Specs unboxing from James Terry. Fun video. It's a minute and a half long, minute and 23. Check it out. It's fun. He is next level. My videos are crap compared to his videos. So he knows what he's doing. They're very entertaining. They got great soundtracks. Check that out. And I think, yeah, I'm just going to say that you're caught up now. All right, there it is. Post Outdoor Retailer, Arcteryx, Patagonia, Pavel Tatsulin, Pavel Machek, Will Rickards, Andrew Pietrowski, James Terry, Kate Agathan. Oh, the Dog Day gift guide. I almost forgot this. Yesterday was International Dog Day. We put together a Dog Day gift guide. An amazing resource of all things dog, all gifts for dogs. If you have a dog in your life, whether you own one or a friend has one, you want to get them the best gift. We have treats to backpacks, to leashes, to first aid kits, sleeping bags, sleeping pads, everything dog. We got it in the Dog Day gift guide. It's fun. So the writers put that together. I just put a couple little touches on it. They did the hard work. So hats off to them. Now you're caught up, and I look forward to seeing you next time, and I'll have Pavel Machek on here very soon. As always, I appreciate your time. Much love to you and your families, and take care.